this should work, right? Now, this big thing right here is a wind generator I bought a while ago from AliExpress. I got interested in it and still am, because even though I now got solar power on all of my roofs, which produce more than enough power for my home during the day, it does not go so well with power generation during the night. But you know what I got here during the night? Oftentimes quite a bit of wind. And one time even so much that my garden house got partly ripped apart. So even though this wind generator didn't get my thumbs up back when I initially tested it, I still wanted to give it another shot.
This is a video by Great Scott, and I'm going to be reacting to this particular video as it pertains to wind turbines. Now, the first thing I noticed about this video is that just watching it less than a minute, I was able to see that, first of all, the place where it's installing this wind turbine is a no-no. 2 feet from the ground, buildings surrounding your wind turbine is a no-no. That wind turbine will not work for you. Even if you have a good wind turbine, it's not going to work for you if you install it that way. I kind of laugh when I see people installing wind turbines and they expect it to get power in the first place. You cannot get power if your wind turbine is on this height, unless of course you live in a plain and there's nothing obstructing the wind that is flowing in that particular region. So that being said, the next thing I noticed is that he purchased the wind turbine without it being recommended. He didn't tell us that somebody recommended it or someone is using it. That's one mistake a lot of people make out there. They see a beautiful wind turbine online, this wind turbine, everything advertised, they just believe it and everything. When you watch the video, you're going to find out that some things that he saw online, when he measured them up in real life, they were not the same. That's one other thing you want to stay away from. Just buying a wind turbine because you saw it online, maybe it's cheap and everything. So for the most part, you are likely going to buy the wrong wind turbine. He also mentioned that he has a lot of solar panels on his roof. So that will only mean one thing. He doesn't really need extra power. I want to believe that he's doing this project for fun, and I'm sure I mentioned it somewhere in the video. When somebody is doing the project for the fun of it, well, let me just play some other part of the clip for you so that at the end of the day, when I come back, I will let you understand my view, my take on this particular video and the things to look out for.
Mounting this thing higher up in the air is not possible for me, because that is simply forbidden here. So all in all, these wind generator tests were disappointing for me, because I kind of hoped that such speeds would create some useful power. But as it turns out, these generators are definitely made for higher speeds, which makes me wonder whether I should next try modifying them or even come up with my own low wind speed power converter. And to end this video, I can now pretty confidently say that in around 95% of the cases, using a wind generator is not worth it because of its cost, time to set up, and required wind speed to get any decent output power.
The very fact that there's a limitation to how high your wind turbine can be in this location is something I have problems with. When you know you cannot take your wind turbines up, as somebody who wants a wind turbine to work, that is a red flag for you to know that wind turbines are not for me. Now, the other idea of maybe he wants to make the coil better or to do something about the coil. If you buy a reputable wind turbine, something that works for people that you have watched their video or maybe you know them personally, you will not need to be changing the coil because the manufacturer would have done the best they can for that particular product. All you need to do maybe is to take it higher, or you don't have to touch anything. Yes, that's the idea. Then the part that really got me to make this video is the conclusion he came to. Now for us to conclude that something works or it doesn't work, we have to make sure we take it through a lot of scrutiny or something. Him taking his wind turbine just 2-3 feet off the ground with buildings around it, and the fact that we don't know, even himself in the video he complained about the product that he bought, that he could not really get any replacement for the first one he bought. The wind turbine is questionable in the first place, even by his own words. If you watch the video, so I encourage you guys to watch the video. If you are not using a reputable wind turbine, you are not ready to take your wind turbine up there, and you are coming to the conclusion that wind turbines may not be worth it for most people, I do have problems with that. That's one of the reasons why I made this video. If anybody just watches this video, they are going to come to the same conclusion with him. just based off of what he's saying. For you to have that say in whether it is worth it or not, for everybody, it has to be tested with wind, and we have to be sure of the kind of wind turbine you are using. If you are talking about it not worth it for your neighbors, people around you that have the limitation of not being able to carry their wind turbines up there, there's no problem about that. That's very okay. But for everybody that's watching this video, some people have very good winds. I will not agree with his conclusion based off of the test that the wind turbine had to go through. So like I said, Great Scott is a great guy, and I'm sure he's doing this video for the fun of it. For those of you who have watched the video or you watch videos like this, you want to make sure it doesn't end there. Watch other videos and compare and contrast. Not just watch my own video alone. Watch as many videos, because I've watched a lot of videos. I know those who their wind turbine is working and those who their wind turbine is not working. In future, I'm going to try my best to start pulling out wind turbines that work, so that you guys will see them and see the result as well. See you guys and catch you on the next one.